He wants to be the very best, like no one ever was. Alright guys, welcome to another episode of the Ripple Lounge. My guest for this time is Derrick.
Hello.
You're not loud enough, but you guys probably all know Derrick. He's the land training guy. You know, you've seen him. So yeah, I think it's been about a month since TI. So
Yeah.
I think we did pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't
really
remember.
Good.
I don't remember the specific ranks we got. I just remember fastest in Comp A, Furious was in Comp B.
Mm-hmm.
What was Fearless in?
I just know that wherever fast basically broke new ground, and then
Everyone
wherever,
did.
yeah,
All
exactly.
teams
So
did.
everybody kind of moved up a tier. So
Yeah.
everybody did really well this year.
It's like my prediction earlier from episode or two ago. Is like I thought we could have taken it, and we're really close.
Mm-hmm.
So next year, that's our goal. Next year, we've been getting better and better each year. So next year, we could probably get first. So stick around for another season, guys.
Which is a good segue, because
Yeah.
that means we gotta continue our off-season training.
Yeah, I know. Off season. Well, what are you doing? Let's go.
So actually,
schedule.
I was starting out with going through probably a cardio conditioning route, but then with my new job, I actually had the opportunity to meet with like a fitness trainer.
Wow.
And so with that free resource, I asked them like what's their recommendation, and their recommendation actually was to do what I was doing before, which is a strength training. So build a huge strength building program before going to the on season, and then when that on season comes back, I basically build a cardio foundation to support the strength. So I've gone back to heavy strength training again.
All right. So, what's the reasoning behind that? It's like I think Alfred was like, "Oh, you have more muscles and more power. You need more oxygen to fuel."
Yes.
Right. So, yeah, I guess.
So basically, it's basically when you do strength training, it's kind of contradictory to cardio conditioning training. So it's not conducive. Like it's basically like trying to do a cut and then a bulk. They call it a recomp, which is the in between, and it takes basically a lot longer because you're trying to do kind of opposing forces. So it's a lot more productive to do one thing and then do the other one later. So a lot of people you hear will do a bulk and then they'll go back into a cut.
Yeah.
Or
that's for like bodybuilders, like bulk cut. But we're
Exactly.
going for performance here.
Yeah.
So,
So for us, it's going to be a lot of strength building in the off season. So that's a little bit of a muscle bulk. And then when the on season comes back on, it's time to build the conditioning for the race pieces and the cardio and endurance.
all right. So, lot of weightlifting, guys. Derrick has his gym at home. I'm staring at his equipment right now. But what would you suggest for people that don't have a gym, or I guess if they don't have a gym, or whatever.
So if you don't have a gym, a lot of exercises can still be done through body weight. So kind of like calisthenics and stuff like that. And then you can get to your goal either through higher reps or just putting your body in like inclined positions where it adds resistance. And some people can use something simple as like a pull-up bar or TRX.
Oh yeah,
So,
you could get like really cheap equipment, like resistance balancers, or like $10 at Ross or something. The pull-up bar is what, $30? I have a pull-up bar at home. I have resistance bands. Those are cheap equipment. You don't need a gym. But then the other thing is you're at home. You're probably you get off work, you go home, and then you don't want to work out, which is why I'm so happy my gym is like half a mile away from work. I just after work I go straight to the gym, and it is Planet Fitness. People are making fun of it. I'm like, I don't care. It's like, oh, Planet Fitness, is that the one where you can't grunt while you I'm like, what's up with that? I don't grunt, so it doesn't bother me. Do you grunt while you work?
No, I don't grunt.
I don't understand why people do it though. But
I think it's for a lot of sports, or even you have a lot of energy or exertion. You kind of like exhale really hard, and it gives us a way to relieve some of the stress or an outlet for all that energy built up. So
yeah,
to each their own. I think the main thing is people who actually are working out. That's what matters. Like everybody has a different way of doing it. Everybody has a different way of getting there, and everybody starts at a different place.
Yeah,
but it's the people that actually do it day in, day out. That's what matters.
Yeah, gotta be consistent with it. I know you were on the team while we're in off season, but like you come out every Saturday. That's like pretty consistent. So like just up it a bit. Do it maybe like work out on your own now for like 2-3 days a week. I mean I personally don't think it's hard. I actually enjoy going to the gym because I don't know. It's just became part of my life now. You know, it's like before when you start, it's like so hard to like, oh man, I gotta get up now. What the hell?
I think it's a lot of it too. For me, when my journey for fitness started, it actually really started with this team. My body was just like kind of put into shock. It just felt like shit. Like every time I did any type of exercise or workout, because I just never did it before.
Yeah.
And it's just that persistence, and then you start feeling a little better, you feel a little healthier, you have a little more energy, and then you just kind of like look forward to it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe even if the first couple reps when you're warming up, you're a little groggy.
Yeah.
But once you get the blood flowing, you feel good. And then that's I think it's great that like you incorporate into a lifestyle change. And that's the ultimate goal, I feel.
Like you, I started as well with Ripple in 2008. I mean, you guys see, I've posted some photos online. I think it's like it popped up for like a second when the previous episode or something. But I was pretty big. I joined Ripple in 2008 and I just started working out from there. And I think having like a group of people is really important. I mean, Ripple got like 60 people on our team. You could easily find someone that's like to work out with you. Okay, no, I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, no, it's easier when you have someone to work out with you for accountability reasons. It's like they're there, and it's like, oh yeah, let's go to the gym at this time, and you know you gotta show up for them. You know, you don't want to be like the guy that just leaves them hanging. So that's really good. 60 people on our team. Find someone that you like and can work out with.
Yeah, and the cool thing about, I guess, is that the team is very diverse in a lot of like active activities that they do. So whatever you're interested, you can always just ask someone and just hang out with them one day, figure out what their schedule is.
Post in a Ripple group.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, anyone want to do this? I mean, we had kayaking this past Sunday. I didn't go, but I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't go either.
No, kayaking, it's kind of water. It's still water sport, you know, kind of similar to dragon boat. Let's see. Oh man, my legs asleep.
Well, I think the good thing too, for those of you who want to take advantage of the off season, is a lot of people are trying different things.
Yeah.
And you always want to kind of challenge your body and try different things. And also it helps kind of refresh you going into the next season. Just because, you know, it does get tough every once in a while, you know, because you do dedicate
so much
a lot of time, a lot of energy. So it's a good opportunity to try something new, refresh yourselves, and then come back into the season energized. As a coach, the only thing I would say is whatever you do, make sure you just keep that intensity, because that's the level of conditioning you want to maintain going into the season. We definitely don't want to do one step forward, 2 steps back, and then you know, kind of start over almost in terms of fitness going into the next season if we want to be really competitive. Yeah.
So like Derrick said, the important part is just to refresh yourself doing something different. I mean, every year I say like, this is probably going to be my last year, or I'm going to join in mid-season or something. But so I've been coming back every year because it's like breaks. Like after TI, I'm gone. You know, I am here, but you know, I still see people around, and there's like those few months when I'm gone. I'm probably just working out on my own, not doing Dragon Boat, and it's like, oh, and the season's starting, like, oh man, I'm looking so forward to this, and you know, you meet more new people, and I'm back into paddling. So
yeah, when you miss it for a little bit, it makes you kind of appreciate it.
Yeah, so try something new. Like Derrick said, a lot of people do a lot of different stuff, and you don't know anyone, just Ripple groups important. Like, hey, you guys want to go rock climbing. I know a few people do rock climbing. I kind of want to try it again. So you want to do rock climbing? Message me.
A lot of people doing swimming, biking, right?
Yeah,
running,
half marathons and stuff. My goal to beat my half marathon time. That's coming up. I'm training for that. You guys want to run with me? I'm trying to run every Saturday. That's my long distance run. Currently starting at 5 miles. So not too long. You want to do long distance run with me? Just message me again. What else are you doing in terms of working out? Are you trying to look into something new, or?
I am actually doing a lot of new research, but I do not want to necessarily disclose a lot of it to the public.
It's a secret.
So for those,
this is a public podcast, I guess, because other teams can listen in on our secrets.
So there are some muscle groups and muscle movements that I'm focusing on. And I've kind of added some equipment to my gym, which I could show you later, but I will not be disclosing this. For those who are interested, you can always feel free to reach out in terms of how you can better prepare or make yourself stronger for Dragon Boat.
Yeah. Are you taking any students on at the moment for their off season? I mean, I remember I think Sylvia's like, oh yeah, Joyce is gonna make me her off season project, and I don't know. Are you taking on any students?
I mean, I definitely had some paddlers reach out and talk to me about what are some things they can do, what they can work on, improve. So just like any fitness trainer, you always start off what are your goals, right? Just like yours right now is for a half. And then you kind of just, build around that program based on, do they have injuries, how much time they have available, what resources they have. And then you just kind of, I feel like you kind of build a program around that, and then you kind of track them. And then at the same time, it's good to give them that feedback, because it's the changes really happen with not only the consistency, but the frequency. It's sort of something you just have to incorporate into your life.
Yeah.
Ripple kind of starts you there. It kind of plants the seed, the bug, and it gets it kind of contagious, and it builds a fire. And then you just need it to kind of let it kind of permeate and get into the rest of your life.
Yeah, I mean,
and then that's when you start working out,
you're
right? You're
surrounded by a lot of people that also have same goals, and it helps motivate you. I think one of the things I heard is oh yeah, you are the result of the 5 closest friends around you, and if a lot of those are Ripple, you're probably gonna end up turning to have an active lifestyle. I think when I started, I mentioned in 2 episodes ago, Francis was a huge impact on me.
Great guy.
Yeah, great guy. You gotta talk to him. He's pretty cool, I guess. So yeah, that was a huge impact, and especially the team. Like I said, I just found people around, I guess my weight size or something, and it's oh yeah, they're pushing pretty hard. I'm gonna do the same, So yeah,
and it's great to see you guys make your personal transformations, and it kind of also bleeds over not just into fitness, but your personal life, developing that discipline, that work ethic, and then that determination, and just taking that everywhere you go. It applies to
your entire life. It's life lessons that you just take with you forever.
And you don't even realize, you've changed. It becomes, you don't even think, and you're oh, I'd rather not eat this, or no, I'm gonna run today, or it just feels normal, right?
Yeah, I feel bad if I skip out on a day of working out when I'm supposed to. If I have a rest day, I'm fine. But if it's an unscheduled rest day, I'm oh my god, I'm feeling such
I think that's just extra energy you gotta burn out. All the extra energy you kind of gained, right? From
I guess. Fit. I'm just, when I started, it's just no, I don't want to go. I feel really sluggish, But now it's I just feel like doing stuff. But in terms of discipline, in terms of eating, really horrible at the moment. I'm just having really horrible food cravings. I made carne asada fries for dinner. It's healthy version. You bake the potatoes, you got ground turkey, you got cheese, a bit of sour cream, guacamole. It's just avocado and some other stuff. you can just make healthy alternatives to like really horrible food.
Put a twist on unconventionally unhealthy dishes. And
Yeah.
Make them healthy.
Yeah, like burgers. I do ground turkey burgers. Those are healthy.
You're not eating unhealthy.
Yeah, I know, it just feels like I am because I'm eating more than normal, which I am at the moment for bulking. But like, what other? Okay, let's go into food then. Like, what else do you do for like that's healthy, the unhealthy to healthy versions?
I wouldn't say I really do unhealthy versions because I think that's
Turn something unhealthy into healthy food.
I think for me though, the way I just look at food, there's no real bad or good because I think it's just based on the individual and what your goals are, right? Because if you're bulking, there's always people that can get from A to B, like through dirty bulking, as it would call it, through clean bulking.
I feel bad for dirty bulking.
But I think for me, after experimenting with so many diets, and the team's probably heard me experiment so many diets, I would say the best one is the one that's a real lifestyle type thing that you can maintain. No fad diets, for a couple months or here and there. Something you can just do forever.
Yeah.
And so for me, I sort of landed around macros. So a lot of that is it's basic math, right?
Yeah,
and it's kind of basic science.
I keep saying like as long as it fits into your macro, you just eat whatever you want.
Yeah, essentially. But obviously, when you do macros, you have your major ones, which is your calories, protein, fat, carbs. Yeah. But then you also want to pay attention to your micros, which is the next level, which is making sure you get certain vitamins and nutrients, so you don't have any deficiencies.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
Well, I mean, it feels like a lot of work in the beginning, but anytime,
I guess you gotta have the discipline to do it. I mean, if you're starting, don't worry too much about that, but
start slow.
Yeah.
I mean, the main thing is like for me, before I decided to stop counting, I really started counting because I was not disciplined, and I just, I was that little fat kid, and you just saw something, and you're like, oh, and I just eat it.
Oh,
yeah. So then now it's just kind of like I eventually I started with like a weight scale, and then with an app and this and stuff, and then after a while, like I said, when you keep doing it in that consistent, it kind of becomes second nature. You'd be surprised, like when you go to a store or a grocery store, you could read the food label, and then that means something to you, right? The serving portions, the weight, the calories, the vitamins, and then all of a sudden it kind of becomes second nature. And then, like I said, you don't realize that you've already changed your lifestyle. And I would actually start doing 2 weeks trial period without counting anymore, and then 3 weeks, and then a month, and then I realized
it's unconscious.
It's unconscious now, right? So that's the main thing. It's in the beginning, it's a lot of effort. Everything when you start out is like front-loaded effort.
Yeah.
But once you put in that investment, it pays off because then you change your lifestyle, and it's worth it. And I know everybody knows, or some of you know, I started working at Google, so I'm surrounded by also a lot of free food and junk food. So, and I have I've actually lost weight, believe it or not, working at Google, and a lot of that is just it's just that relationship you have with food. I feel like, and you can turn anything almost negative in excess, right? So. Changing the way you feel and view food is very, very different. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Because we're hitting about the 20-minute mark, and that's about as long as I want.
I would say the main thing for anybody is do whatever is your passion. Do whatever interests you, and that's what's going to keep you consistent. That's what's going to keep you accountable, right?
Yeah.
People will, you can catch the fire and kind of, help that. Basically, it's like when you catch the fire from someone else, it's like passing a torch. But then eventually you have to grow in that fire and maintain it on your own, right? Yeah. And then also it's great to see when that really takes effect on you, because then when you start to change, it's that you now become the person that passes the torch, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I would say, do everyone a favor by passing on the favor.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why. Yeah, exactly. So that's the great thing about this team. A lot of people have gained something, whether it's through fitness or, personal motivation, or even the way they view life and stuff. And, everybody has been really paying it forward, like you said, by trying to give back as much as they can to this community, which I feel is what makes Ripple such a strong team. We're more than just a paddling team, you know, we're kind of developing to a family where we can rely on each other, we can, you know, share our sometimes deepest, darkest secrets, our insecurities, and then it's like there's no judgment there, right? We're all here to, you know, help when we get competitive for one cause, and then for others, if there's things that you face in your life or circumstances or obstacles, we're there to help you. And I feel that's what gives us our competitive edge, I would say. So keep doing that, keep working, and just don't be afraid to ask. There's a lot of great people on this team.
Yeah. All right. Before we end it, I always ask one question. So, do you watch cartoons when you were a kid, Derrick?
Yes.
Okay, so here's your question. Who was your role model growing up, and why was it Ash Ketchum? Because he wants to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Why was it Ash Ketchum?
Why was it Ash Ketchum?
I guess the way the story played out, because I am very familiar with Pokemon. I used to, even though I was a fat kid, I would run as fast as I could, like home, so I can catch it at 3:30.
Yeah.
Every day.
Channel 44.
I would say he was the kind of underdog, always the underdog, and then his persistence kind of paid off. And
no, he was never a Pokemon master. He kept losing.
Yeah,
but he kept going though. That's
it never stopped him from trying, right?
Yeah, always, and he only aged by 1 year out of the entire series so far. I wish I could be like that. Yeah, I wish I could just like never age like him. That's why he's my hero. But no, he just like, even though he kept losing, he never became a Pokemon master. He still kept going.
He was He was definitely have his down moments, but he stayed positive, which I would say for anybody in like the real world or the cartoon is not an easy thing to do. Mm-hmm. And he measured his successes, which I think is also a great lesson, through like his experiences, interactions with people, and then creating memories. So I feel like there's a lot you could learn from it. Ironically, people just don't really analyze and delve deep into Ash Ketchum's like psyche, but like. Yeah, he's an awesome character. It's an awesome show. You can learn a lot from him.
I just want to know who asked that question, because it's pretty hilarious. Because she assumed this Ash Ketchum's, and it might be kinda. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, I guess that's it for this episode. Next one will be out next month. I'm trying to do one a month. So yeah, see you guys next month.
Do you keep this? I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't think you need it. I mean, you could probably find a copy of that stuff online.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.